Gonna bug me.
Turner Yell makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30.
Welcome to the Fins tailgate. It's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. We live that aqua and orange from the field to the mic. Breaking down the plays, man, we talk it every night. From Tua to the defense, you know we keep it tight. NFL moves, you know we got the insight. We open up the floor, yeah, it's your time to shine. Fans drop the heat with opinions realigned. You got concerns, bring them, we're gonna chime. The Fins tailgate's where we keep it prime. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. The NFL's changing, but we stay on the grind. Latest breaking stories, we don't waste no time. From the trades to the rumors, we make them all align. At the Fins tailgate, we always on the climb. We're repping the Dolphins, but it's NFL wide. From South Beach to the league, we keep it worldwide. Got the fans engaged with the energy supplied. Come kick it at the tailgate, we're riding high tide. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. So if you love the game, you know we got the gate. Tune in, speak out, don't wait, it's your fate. This is the Fins tailgate, now watch us dominate. Miami Dolphins, NFL, yeah, we integrate.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk here on TFTG. I'm Papa Paul, your host, along with Mr. Johnny O.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Fine and dandy, just like a hard candy Christmas.
Thank you to anybody that's watching or going to join us or comment or anything else. Hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you being here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So I could tell you, I saw something this Sunday that I have never seen in all my years. I was at MetLife Stadium, and that place was empty.
Really?
I couldn't believe how few people were in there. I took some pictures. If you look at them, the upper decks, they're almost entirely empty. Down on the one level, the middles were fairly empty, but the end zones were full. Everybody was sitting around the corners in the end zone.
Wow.
The New York City Dolphins fan takeover, there was barely anybody there. It's the smallest one I've ever seen. There was a lot of Dolphins fans there. There just wasn't a lot of Jets fans there.
Good evening, Tonk. How you doing?
What's up, Tonk? How are you, brother?
Good. Yeah, I noticed that watching the game, there wasn't a lot of people in the crowd.
No, dude, if it was 50% full, that's a lot. There wasn't, I mean, it was crazy how few people were in there. Now, no matter where you looked, you saw aqua and orange, but it was, I've never seen that. New York City Dolphins fan club, there was barely anybody over at their takeover tailgate. Yeah, it was crazy. And I've gone to a lot of games at MetLife, you know, even when the Jets sucked and they were still there. This time they weren't. And the weather wasn't bad. It was 44 degrees. It was nice outside, you know, chilly, but for up here, that's not too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
No rain or snow or anything. You know, game time, it was 44 when we were on 42, but the wind had picked up, and glad it was outside, because if you were in the stadium and the wind was like that, you'd have been freezing your ass off, but it wasn't bad in there.
This week we play Monday night in Pittsburgh. Are you going to that one?
Nope, because the weather's going to be too damn cold. I looked at the weather and I'm like, nope, I'm not driving to Pittsburgh. It's supposed to be like 20, real feel of 4 or something. I'm like, no. I'm going to go to Tom's house and watch it with Tom at his place.
Cool. Make sure you tell Tom I said hey.
Oh, absolutely. Here's a good story for you. Last Tuesday, Tom and I are on the phone. We got to get 4 tickets. Josh and Missy were coming up from Florida. So he finds this section like on the 30-yard line, 18 rows back, $109 a ticket. Said, all right, get him, get it, and get a parking pass. I Venmoed him all the money. The next night, while we were doing our show, my wife comes over and shows me her phone. She goes, hey, I won tickets to the Jets-Dolphins game. I'm like, I just bought it last night. So she messages the guy who was running the charity, and he sent her the thing, and it was 2 VIP tickets to the Miller Lite Lounge, nice cushion chairs. You weren't inside for the game, you were outside, but you had the wall behind you, so there was no wind. You could go inside, you had your own private bathrooms, beer places, hot chocolate, everything was inside, so if you were cold, you could go inside. Ended up selling the parking pass that I had bought, because now I had 2. I was able to sell that, but I wasn't able to sell the tickets. So Tom and I got VIP seats for $109, and then Gary and Dakota were walking around. He ran into a friend of his. He gave him 2 tickets to the VIP with us.
Cool, nice.
Yep.
So, tell me about the game itself. Your thoughts, your negatives, positives.
Well, the positives is they started off great. They're up 21-0, and they give a punt return, which our special teams, obviously we know that part needs some work. And as a Dolphins fan, you get the feeling, here we go, but the defense stepped up. You realize the defense has only given up an average of 11.5 points the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's people out there that are going to say, no, it's 14, but the punt return doesn't go against it. So if you actually only take the points they've given up, it's 11.5 a game. And our run game was fantastic. There was a couple new plays in there where I'm like, damn, I haven't seen this line, this formation, and get good positive yards on it. The Chan was averaging over 8 yards a carry. I think Wright averaged over 5 yards a carry. And then in the second half, Mike started being Mike. Let's take our foot off the throttle.
It was a good game, but you just saw a lot of shit that if we were playing a good team, we would have got beat.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, our defense held it down.
Defense was great.
We're playing against the
great.
Jets. They're like the worst team in the NFL. Like if you look at their stats, they're on the bottom left of a graph. So that's like worst on both ends. And like I think games like that are good because it's almost like a scrimmage game where you're gonna win, but you can still work on your problems. But I don't know, some of the things they do, like it's just not gonna beat good teams.
Oh, I agree. When Mike started this going back to his stupid stuff in the second half, you're like, come on, Mike, what are you doing? Keep the foot on the gas, keep the offense moving. They were running the ball like crazy, took the ball basically out of his hands, which I like. Don't let him screw it up. And against Pittsburgh, we're going to have to run for 150, 200 yards. If we don't, we got no shot.
Well, how many times did Chan run this weekend? I know he got pulled because he injured a rib, and I'm glad they.
Yeah, he was only in the first quarter and a half, and I think he had 92 yards.
But how many carries did he have approximately?
You'd have to look that up. I know they said he averaged like 8 yards a carry, so that would be like 11 carries, 10 carries.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on his way to, but I'm glad he's going to be okay for now. It's nothing.
Yeah, they're saying he bruised his ribs or something, but there's nothing broken, nothing. He wanted to go back in. He came out the second half, and Tom said, oh, look, Chan's back, and they threw a big coat on him and a helmet, and he just stayed there for the rest of the game. But against Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh does not have a good run defense. So if we go into yards and get a lead and make them play catch up instead of us playing catch up, we got a good shot. But if they get up on us, I think we're screwed.
What's your thoughts, Tom?
Well, with the way Pittsburgh is playing, they're winning, but barely. They're almost like the Broncos with Tim Tebow. I think we have a chance to beat them. Definitely.
Oh, if we can run the ball, we can beat them. The problem is you can't fall behind a team like that by 14 or 17 points because then you got to start throwing it. And when you start throwing it, that's when mashed potato brains comes out and, gets somebody hurt or throws a pick or.
I like that, mashed potato brains.
That's what I call him now, mashed potato brains. He is not the same quarterback he was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
His decision making, his vision. I mean, he's always missed open guys, but that's because the plays are all based on timing. But damn, this year, no. $55 million to have an average quarterback who can barely manage the game.
Yeah.
So, but hey, it's one game at a time. They got Monday night. See what happens. They flex the next game to 1 o'clock on Sunday from Sunday Night Football against Cincy, which I don't understand because the game they put on isn't any better.
Yeah, I figured the Cincinnati game would have been a real good game between Joe Burrow and Tua.
No, that's between Joe Burrow and a Chan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Tua hasn't done a damn thing this year.
Yeah. No, it's Joe Burrows and a Chan. You're right on that, John.
And our defense is playing very well. They got to keep that going for the rest of the season. I mean, we have a very slim chance on making the playoffs, but stranger things have happened. Look at Indy; they lost their quarterback. They may not win another game. We'll jump over them. Kansas City looks like garbage. They're scoring 10 points a game.
Yep. There is a chance. It may be a slim chance, but you're telling me there's a chance. There's a chance.
Yeah, until we're eliminated, there's a chance. Now we lose against Pittsburgh. I think we're eliminated. That's it. We're done. We cannot lose another game.
Yeah, we need to win out, really.
Yeah.
We need to win out, and certain teams need to lose here and there to start falling back. But
oh, hey, listen, stranger things have happened. You never know. Indy could win the rest of their games with a backup quarterback. They could lose the rest of them.
yep.
It's let's see what happens and play one game at a time. And if they can keep running the ball and the defense is playing like this, they got a shot. And if they're doing that and they make the playoffs, they could be extremely dangerous if they're playing like this.
So, what's your thoughts on this past week's game, Honk? How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. I liked the run game. Usually when we have a good game of running, it should, that's what Mike McDaniel did on when he was on San Fran, and I think teams before that, even when he was under John Gruden, he was doing runnings coach. So I think that's a good dynamic to have, and to try to get us to the first down, second down, and then Tua doesn't have to throw it as far. If we play very conservative, Weaver seems to be running well. He held the Jets pretty good for a while, and getting the ball back to the Dolphins. The more we have time of possession, the more we have the chance to run the ball, and play action, and utilize our entire offense. It seems like when our offense is on the field longer, we do better, and that's a strategy. That's straight out of Dan Campbell's strategy. That's exactly what he tries to do. That's what he's been trying to do his whole time as a head coach for the Lions, and it's a very good strategy because the defense gets worn down. I don't know. It's just a harder. You're working against people trying to. I think the defense gets worn out faster than the offense. So if we're controlling the ball, utilizing more players, and then Weaver has more in his handbook to use against the defense. against the offense of the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And then a lot of the younger kids are starting to make plays. Sealer was all over the field on Sunday. Man, he was flying around all over the place. Brooks, I mean, you can't give Brooks enough credit. The guy is just all over. He sees everything. You know, it's amazing how well the defense is playing. When 5, 6, 7 weeks ago we were complaining about the defense, they can't stop anybody. They're not playing well together, and now all of a sudden they gelled and they're playing phenomenal. And no, we haven't played the best of teams. You know, you look at the 4-game winning streak. The only good one was against Buffalo, and that was an amazing game. You know, we beat Buffalo on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, we did.
You know,
Yeah.
but like we said, they got to keep it going because every game is a playoff game. If you want to make the playoffs, you cannot lose
Now it
another
is,
game.
yeah. At this point, it is.
Yeah, you can't lose another game. You can't. You know, 10-7 might get you in the playoffs. 9-8 is getting you nowhere fast. And I think every game on the schedule is winnable if they play the way they've been playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with you. If they play the way they've been playing, there's no reason we shouldn't win the rest of the games out.
Yeah, but what's that going to do for next season, though?
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know. I guess we're stuck with Tua until we're not stuck with him anymore.
Well, we're stuck with him through next year. I mean, you're not getting rid of him before next year.
Okay.
After 26, yeah, they can get rid of him because the cap hit is much lower, but he's not going anywhere. You might as well just get used to it. People can bitch and complain, and listen, I call him mashed potato brains because the way he's played this year, his decision-making is horrible, but we're stuck with him. But if they can have a run game the way they've been having, we don't need him. He can just manage the game and not, don't lose the game. You're not going to win it unless it's in the fourth quarter on the last drive, but just don't lose the game.
Yeah. I mean, it leaves us, we won't, if things keep going well as they are going now, we still need all 8 of those picks that we have to fill in spots like on the secondary and part of the offensive line.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, we're one injury away from on the secondary of being bad again. The guys that are playing well. Minka's playing great in the nickel slot position, or dropping back into safety. We got 2 veteran corners. They're not the greatest in the NFL, but they do enough. They're all playing well together, but you're one injury away from losing one of those guys, and all of a sudden the secondary looks like crap again.
Yeah, yeah. Savania had a good game.
Yeah, he's definitely improved from the beginning of the year.
He has. He's picking it up. I think he's really picking up what he needs to know and stuff.
Well, a lot of guys, it takes them the first half of their rookie season to really pick up what the NFL is all about and how to play in the NFL. It's totally different than college.
Yes, sir. And I tell you, Patrick Paul was looking real good out there.
No, he's been pretty solid. If anybody's going to complain about him, I want to know what that complaint is because he's been pretty damn solid.
I seen him in one play, one of the highlight plays. I seen him where he grabbed hold of the guy and just pushed him and kept on pushing him. I mean, you got to remember, he's a big boy. He's 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big dude. Yeah.
So, but I seen him grab a guy and just. So, but Yeah, I'm hoping Monday night's a good game. I'm hoping we can run the ball like we've been running it. I didn't get to see the Sunday's game. I listened to it because I was traveling back home from North Carolina.
No, that's too bad because you missed a good game. Well, the first quarter was absolutely phenomenal. Second quarter was okay, and then we started doing some of the stupid plays that Mike's likes, and we almost had a turnover at the end of the half where he threw the ball even with the line, but they called it backwards, and then when they reviewed it, they said no, it was even. It never went back. But I mean, it was just a dumb play call. You got 17 seconds left. Run the damn ball. Make them use their last timeout. And go to the half. What are you throwing that for? Makes absolutely no sense.
I remember that. I remember listening to that and everything, and they were saying on the the hosts were talking about it, that saying it was backwards. It was backwards, and
No, they replayed it. It was straight across. It was not back. It wasn't forward. It was straight across.
but
But
yeah,
it's just a dumb play call.
yeah, very dumb. But I agree with like what you said earlier. We get to those points where like when they ran that punt return back for a touchdown, it was like, oh, the same thing out of my words was like, oh shit, here we go.
I think every Dolphins fan said that. Here we go. They're going to let him back in. It's sad that we think like that, but if you're a Dolphins fan, you get it. How many we should be in a totally different situation if we held leads and could finish games, and the defense played better early in the year, and there's a lot of what ifs, but a couple plays here and there, and we could easily have 9 wins right now instead of 6.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And we wouldn't be talking about making the playoffs. We'd be talking about, are we going to be the number 3 or number 4 seed? No, we couldn't be. Best we could be is 5 because New England that far ahead of us. So even if we had 9 wins, what's New England got? 11.
Yeah, they're 11-2 right now.
Yeah, so even if we had 9 wins, we'd still be looking at the number 5 seed or something. But at least we'd be talking about being in the playoffs instead of having to win every game to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
And hope. We got to win and hope.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's that much hopium on the planet. So,
I'll talk to Derek, and there is.
oh no, listen, Rex cracks me up down in Florida every time I see Rex. He's like, we're winning the rest. 10-7 is making the playoffs. We win one game, and he's like, yeah, we're running the table, 10-7. And there are certain people, they got a lot of hopium, and I'm glad for them, but one loss and we're done.
Well, I'm with you, Joe Mama. I'm just going to enjoy the last 4 games that we won.
Absolutely. Listen, it's nice to watch them win. It sucks driving down or flying down to Florida and watch them get their ass handed to them, or go to an away game and watch them lose. I was in MetLife last year for the last game of the season, and all the players are scoreboard watching, and Denver got up and they were like, yep, we're out of the playoffs, can't make it. And they just got their asses handed to them.
Yep. I remember that. Now the one game that's going to be a tough one is that last game of the year up in New England.
If New England has the 1 or 2 seed wrapped up, it won't be because they're going to rest everybody.
Yeah.
If they keep winning and they have, they're 14-2 or something, and already have the number 1 or 2 seed locked up, they're not going to play everybody. They don't want to get them injured.
Look who's joining us, Mr. Daniel Burke.
He made it. Look at that.
I can't really hear you that well. It's a little low. Hold on, there's a volume?
Yeah, you got to turn your volume up before you come in.
Oh, so you want me to leave and come back?
Yeah, you can leave and come back. Turn your volume on a video or something all the way up, and then come back in.
All right, let me give it a try.
All right.
I'll be back. All right.
Yeah, Papa Paul, the Berkster always says, "Oh, I got to get on the show," and so I called him today. I said, "Friendly reminder, show's at 8:00 tonight," and I forwarded him the link. So,
Okay.
because he's always talking about it, I'm like, "Well, get your butt on there."
Yeah. Was he up in New York?
No. Trying to think if there was anybody from Road 209 there. Josh and Missy, myself, Sick Turtle was there. He DJs sometimes down there for Cam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad if I forget anybody, but I mean Bob. Bob and Carol and Chris were all there. I didn't see Chris and Carol. I did run into Bob. Dolphinator was there. Other than that, I don't think there's anybody from our tailgate there.
Joe Bailey was there, wasn't he? I'm sure.
I didn't see Joe. I do know he made a sign, so he was probably there. I didn't see him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good game Monday night. Hopefully, I want a good game. Even if it's a blowout, it's a good game. If it's a blowout for winning, that is.
Right. If we're blowing them out, yeah, that's a good game. If they're blowing us out, no. On a nice positive note, the U made the playoffs and Notre Dame got left out.
Can you hear us now,
Notre Dame's
Dan?
fault.
I think so. Can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear.
What's
Nice.
up, Berkster?
Man, I'm good. I'm just I didn't realize you guys were on because I took the West Coast fan page and I went to your fan page or your page, Paul, and I didn't see that you were on, so I didn't know you guys were on. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
we're
I came in here.
not on Facebook anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought we were.
There you
No,
go.
we're
That's all right. I'm here.
No more.
All right, no worries. Maybe that's why I couldn't log into Facebook, but I logged in through my YouTube channel. So yeah.
Let's log into the link that I sent you.
No. So basically, the link you sent me, I tried getting it through on Facebook, and then it's asked, and then it didn't get in. But it said another option would be to get through your link on my YouTube channel. So I'm on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So, but either way, I'm here. So
The
what am I
Berkster is
missing?
here. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm not dancing right now. No dancing allowed.
You always use that word dance, and I've never seen you dance.
Listen, man, if we keep winning, I'll do whatever it takes. With my clothes on, sir. My clothes.
Listen, nobody asked you to take them off.
No, I know. So what's up? You guys ready for Monday?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
4-game win streak going into Pittsburgh. It's going to be cold as hell. Let's see what happens.
Hey, we're in December. We got meaningful football. We never thought about that a few weeks ago. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, that's nice.
September and October, we weren't thinking anything was going to be meaningful.
I guess career leaving is a good thing. Nothing but wins so far.
So far,
Damn.
yeah, we're 4-0 since they fired Greer, or they mutually
Good.
parted ways.
Yeah, I think McDaniel.
Or is it,
Would
or
have
is it
another-
the Champ Kelly effect?
Okay.
I think McDaniel one more loss. I think he has another loss in him. We can keep him. I think if he loses maybe 2 or 3 more, I think he may be gone. But I think he's got a leeway. One more loss.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think he is because the players, and I'm cool with it. Whatever the GM wants.
I think he'll be around for one more year, And depending on how next year goes, it's going to depend on whether he loses his job or not.
I respect that opinion. So, yeah, good possibility.
Yeah, that's the way I see it too. He's going to be there next year. If they have a crappy year, they'll get rid of him. If they make the playoffs, and they'll keep him.
Let me take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back, fellas.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome ordering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Chef Jew, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area. Get your sweet treats, good eats, and don't forget the cheesecake.
Have you got a cheesecake from him this year, Papa Paul?
Do what?
Have you got a cheesecake from him this year?
No, sir.
I didn't think so.
No, sir. I could tell him to bring you one.
No, that's all right. I appreciate it.
So, Dan, what was your thoughts on Sunday's game? How'd you like it, besides liking it for the win?
Well, I was talking to John earlier. I was surprised by the no fans. You know, I couldn't believe it. You know, you don't see that often. Felt like COVID was back, 2020. But the game was great. The game was, I mean, pretty much I was determined in the first, few minutes. I mean, it's pretty much just, I loved it, I just wish we had this kind of mentality in the beginning of the season, We keep doing this every year where we're getting wins late in the season after we're off to a slow start, No,
normally we start off good and lose at the end of the year.
That too. But I mean, there's been some times where, like I remember Flores, for example, we had a horrible. I think that was when we played Baltimore first game. We lost like 56-7 or something, and then we played New England, and then we rattle off like 6-7 wins later on. We played New England game 2 at home, and then we rattle off like 6-7 wins in the Tennessee game, which killed us. But yeah, both ways, it's like.
No, that was actually the first year that we went 7 wins and 7 losses. 7 losses.
Yeah.
We started off with 7 losses and 7 wins.
Yeah, that was the Flores year, right?
Yeah.
And Fitzpatrick, yeah. And there was another year we did that, a couple others, and then like John says, we had the fast start, and then so it's like we're bipolar. Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
But, yeah, so it's frustrating, but you got an long off season. You're ready for the season. you kind of want to start good, see what happens later on. But we got meaningful football in December, and it's going to be a cold one this Monday. I expect a close game. I hope, and the better team will win. I just want to see a good game. I don't want to see like the Cleveland game.
Yeah.
Or the Indy game. That's all. Whatever happens, happens.
I want a good game as long as we win.
Yeah, and like I said, we're talking earlier, John, when I called him, we called him, about the running game, just get the running game going. It's big,
We have to get the running game going against Pittsburgh.
Running game has been clutch in all our wins.
That's our strength, man. We're a running team.
Well, it's Mike McDaniel's strength as when he was coming up in the NFL. So, it makes sense that's where it's, it could, because some of the games we've lost, it just really looked like the Dolphins got figured out. It looks like the coaching got figured out, the plays got figured out. But his running schemes, it seems like we open it up pretty well. The offense opens up a nice lane. A bunch of times I've seen him open up a beautiful lane and the running back gets right through there. And it seems like that's been figured out by the defenses less.
Well, part of the reason they can't figure it out is because they keep bringing in 64 as an eligible receiver, but they're just using the blocking. So you got 6 offensive linemen in there, so it's easy for them to say, all right, we want the hole to be here, we want it to be there because we're going to double team this guy. And if the linebackers don't fill that hole, Chan's getting through and busting them open, right? Did a very good job in the second quarter and second half this past week. So having that 6th offensive lineman in there has been huge.
Yeah, and he did that. The first time he did that was, and if you remember, John and Paul, you were there in the Atlanta game, and I'm like, great, but you kind of wish he would have did that a few weeks prior. He waited a little too long, but it is what it is. I wish he would have done it after week 3, week 4, not week 6, week 7. That's all.
I wish he would have done it week 1.
Yeah, week 2. After week 1. Right.
I mean, even the last 4 games where we're having like 150 or 160 yards rushing, nobody's figured it out. They got 6 offensive linemen. That's hard to figure out.
Yeah, he takes his time, and he kind of McDaniel's a good coach. I like him, but he's slow at times. When it's the play clock and just making adjustments, and that concerns me.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's why I'm like, okay, bring him back, but.
No, I think they're bringing it back. He's not going anywhere, so him and Tua will both be there.
Yeah, and probably about 80% of the DolFans don't like that, but that's what the GM wants. See who we get a GM, but I don't know if he's gonna have full control. I don't know if it's gonna be the guy we have now or whoever it's gonna be. Yeah.
It is what it is. We don't have any say over it. We can only be fans, and if every fan had their way, we would, think about it. Everybody's got a different opinion. Everybody looks at things a little different. They see a play a little different. They see the way a guy plays, and some will say, oh, he's balling out. Others will say, well, he's all right. That's why they don't listen to us. They make the decisions in the building, not outside the building.
Yep. So, I'm excited. Say even with the coin toss, like we talked about, receive, and hopefully it won't be too windy. And Tua just needs to, have control. That's all. He doesn't need to throw for 400 yards. We know that. Just don't turn the ball over. Don't fumble the ball. We need good snaps from the center. Our line's playing well,
He's never thrown for 400 yards, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, he doesn't have to throw for. He doesn't even need to throw for 275. He just needs to just manage the game. Throws for 150. That's fine.
I don't even think he made 150 against the Jets.
We don't need him to have like 30 pass attempts. Heck, we don't even need him to have 20 pass attempts.
No, we need 45 runs and 20 passes.
Yeah, I'll take that. And time of possession. We got to win time of possession, and we're probably going to need a turnover. We're probably going to need a pick six or a big time turnover, to get into really good field position to win this game.
Well, think about it. If we get 45 runs and 25 passes, that means we have time of possession. It means we
should
win
win.
the well. So if that happens,
we should win.
Right.
Should win. Yeah. You guys aren't shocked about the Cincinnati game being flexed, because I'm not.
I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked at the game they put in there.
Well, I guess because the Ravens did lose to Pittsburgh. I don't know what other. There's a lot of games going on good this Sunday. I noticed. I also noticed while I got you guys on the call, because I go on the 506.com a lot and I post my maps on the Finstones, and I noticed usually it's only the last week of the season, but they're doing double headers. Basically, every game's at 1:00, and which makes sense. And then the 4:00 games, there's no 4:05 games. Every game is 4:25, so both networks are airing double headers. When I looked at the maps, every area is getting 4 games. Usually they only do that for the last game of this last week of the season. So it's there's a lot of good games this week, by the way. So, but all the networks are getting 4 games: 1:00, 2 1:00s, and 2 4:25s on both networks. On the 50 when I went to the 506.com.
Oh. Hey, people want to see the games, and they should be on regular TV, so give it to them.
Exactly. Usually it's only 3 games, though. Usually the networks rotate with double headers, the 4:05s and the 4:25s. But they're doing like they did in Week 17, Week 18 this week, because there's a lot of good games on. I mean, you got the Broncos playing Green Bay. You just got a lot of good games on. Our game's Monday night. Our game's okay, but there's a lot of good games this weekend. Bills, Patriots. And so
That's fine. I'll have my ass parked on the couch all day Sunday watching football.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow's game's not good. We got Atlanta and Tampa. I mean, I'd rather watch paint dry, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Those two teams always play tough against each other.
I agree.
Yeah.
And a lot of times Thursdays you have division games. So, no, I agree. But since New Orleans beat Tampa, I'm like, oh, my goodness. Couldn't believe that.
I'd rather watch paint dry than you try to dance, but that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't blame you. At least I tried, Don. At least I tried.
Oh, no, you try.
I'm doing push-ups. I'm doing push-ups, too.
You are a sight to see. People love to record it.
Yeah. Tailgating always wins.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. Well, my dancing's better than Tua's passing sometimes. Just saying.
Well,
it's not
I
much.
know.
That's it.
Sometimes you both look like you're having a seizure.
I'm so glad I called.
Tom,
You guys are
Tom, have you ever seen Burke dance?
Nope.
good. Keep it that way.
I call him.
I intend to.
I call him 2 left feet for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cap on the other hand, y'all could have a dance off. Cap would definitely have a dance off with someone.
No problem.
Just get them to a wedding and look out.
Not a problem.
What's the spread of the Steelers game anyway? Do any of you guys know?
I haven't looked.
I thought it was 3 or 4
Let
by
me see it
Pittsburgh, but
out real quick.
not that I bet. I deleted my app. I don't even bet anymore. Half the stuff's fixed anyway.
Give me a second and I'll find it.
We haven't played in Pittsburgh in a few years. Trying to figure out the last time we played them up there. Is it a playoff game?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a while. Because they came down here, and Noah had the interception. At the end of the game, that was
The Steelers are 3.5-point favorites.
Wow, that's kind of low. Hey, that's kind of a little bit of respect for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I thought it would be more than that, just because what they did to Baltimore.
Yeah, but we ain't Baltimore.
No, that's true. Well, I think Pittsburgh went to Baltimore and beat them pretty well, so I thought maybe they would. Or no, did it come down to a close game, or did Pittsburgh beat them pretty well? I can't remember.
I think Pittsburgh handled them pretty well.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, they're retiring Big Ben. I'm thinking, Monday night.
Yeah,
but we're riding a winning streak, so
the over/under is 42 and a half points. It's not going to be a very high-scoring game they're expecting.
Yeah. So Dolphins win 21-14, and we'll cover. We'll go be the under.
Yeah.
Let's go. Or we can just kick 7 field goals. Just kidding. Huh? Hey, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
If that wins us the game, I'll take it.
That's right. But I don't trust Mike.
Let me ask you guys a question. You guys think I just posted this actually about a half an hour ago, just making conversation. You guys think Tyreek Hill comes back next year? Or you think he's gone?
No, he's gone.
He's done.
A lot of people were replying saying yeah, but a lot of people are saying, I say half saying yeah, but some people are saying no. A lot of people are saying no, actually, but like 40% are saying yeah.
I'm a little tossed on it, really, so.
Because I don't know if I want him back.
No, exactly.
But
I hope he doesn't come back.
But they're gonna have to.
I don't need Mike forcing mashed potato brains to throw the ball to the cheetah. Yeah.
Well, it's not like they they complimented each other. I don't really see how much we improved with Tyreek Hill. But I mean,
he was good the first couple of years.
I don't really think we improved that much with him. Look, we're on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
When did he go down?
Jets game.
Yeah, early
when we wore the dark jerseys. And he was doing okay, but it wasn't like he was.
I think he's more of a distraction than he is,
Well, I mean, it's hard
helpful.
to argue against the guy. It's hard to argue against a guy who, for his first 2 seasons, had 1,700 yards. But the problem is they were force feeding him the ball, and we weren't running enough offense to be able to run the ball and spread the ball around. And the receivers were doing great, and his numbers looked great, but it still didn't get us anywhere. We lost in the first round of the playoffs 2 years in a row.
And then teams figured us out pretty quick with trying to stop whatever we did, because it was working the first. Yeah, I mean, for example, the Ravens game I went to where we came back by 35,000 points and won. Those days are long gone.
Well, see, you brought up that game, and that's the reason I get aggravated with Mike. You're up 21-0. Keep your foot on the pedal. Keep going. Teams can come back.
Well, the game where I went, where Baltimore was up like 35-7 on us, and we came back.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to keep your foot on the pedal all the time and just keep trying to score.
Yeah.
If they're going to put 11 men out there on defense, put the damn ball in the end zone.
That's what frustrated me about the Carolina game too. And you were there, John. Having a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, you're up 17. Keep your foot on the pedal. Keep putting points on the board. Keep scoring. Make them play major catch-up.
Yeah.
No, Mike gets lackadaisical and starts running these dumbass wide receiver screens that everybody knows when we line up what we're doing.
But I will say the defense is stopping the run a lot better. If you recall the Carolina game, they ran for 300 so many yards. So the defense for us is playing a lot better.
Well, the defense is playing better.
Yeah, and the young guys are stepping up like Biggers and all these other guys that are. Grant's probably showing up now, and
Phillips has made some plays.
Yeah, the other Jordan Phillips. Yeah, Jordan Phillips.
Yeah, I mean, guys are making plays. The younger guys have kind of figured out what the NFL is, and they're able to make some plays and contribute, and that's what we need.
Yeah, and they also traded Jalen Phillips, but really he wasn't really giving us much anyway. That Phillips.
Yeah, and look at Philly now.
I don't even know. Is he doing? Yeah, they're losing. But how's he doing? Is he doing anything over there? I haven't really been watching too many.
Yeah, he's been doing. He's got some stacks up there, and
he's doing decent, even though they're not winning.
Well, they're not winning because of their offense, not because of their defense.
Right. But is he getting some sacks and stuff? I haven't really been.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
played. He had one bad game, but he's played pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been. I see. I saw Hurts. Hurts is struggling, but I haven't really been keeping track of the defense and stuff. So I know we got a third rounder for him. So, and we're gonna get some comp picks too. I'm sure, right? Compensation picks next year.
Yeah, we'll have a couple in
Cool.
there.
Nice.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night, guys.
Not a
Well,
problem.
I'm glad I called. I had a good time, and
Well, Dan, you're more than welcome to join us anytime.
Anytime, brother.
I appreciate it, man. And hopefully we'll talk next time we get another win and make Aaron Rodgers look like Aaron Rodgers. Not a bad Aaron Rodgers, right? I can't believe I can't believe the Colts, man. I can't believe he's Phillip Rivers is back. I can't believe it.
Oh, that's the backup?
He's gonna start, man. He's gonna start.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
He's gonna start. He's on the practice. They're not bringing him in to be the water. He's gonna play in Seattle. I'll be shocked if he doesn't play. He looks like he's out of shape.
I'll be shocked if he does play. He's not in game day shape.
I thought he retired. He even became a football coach.
He did retire.
I think he's gonna play. I really do. I think they don't care. They want a veteran back. I don't know. Maybe not this game, but he's gonna play. But I think
at some point I think he will, but I don't think this game.
Crazy though. It's like 40. I don't even know how old he is. It's crazy. He's been out of the game.
He's got to be up there for a quarterback because I remember him a long time ago playing.
Yeah, he's been gone for like 4 or 5 years. And now I think if he goes to the Hall of Fame, he has to wait another 5 years if he's on the active roster.
Well, I don't think he's making the Hall of Fame. So
you don't think he will? I don't think he's first ballot. But
maybe the Chargers Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's going to make it. I don't think he'll be first ballot though. But I don't know. It depends on who he's up against, But I appreciate you guys, man. I had a good time.
Well, thank you everybody watching and send messages in, and we'll see you Sunday morning.
FYI,
let's go, Kane. Guys versus the Hurricanes making the playoffs. Let's go.
FYI, Phillip Rivers is 44 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
good luck to him. He played for the Colts before.
Enjoy the weekend. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Peace, love, and fins up, everybody. We'll see y'all this Sunday. I'm sorry.
Sunday at 10.
See you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, love, and fins up, all.
Fins up, guys. Take care.